We're neither here nor there this morning. We're sort of halfway between a place called Langport and then Muchelney is about a mile in that direction, but we're pretty much as close as you can get because, of course, it's completely cut off. In between here and there are just fields covered in water. At some places, probably 5-6 feet deep still. And so, as you say, the only way to get in and out is by boat. That boat's been running for about 3 weeks. There were a few days at the very beginning in early January where they were completely cut off. The council then put on a boat. They have also laid down this temporary pontoon. It is made entirely of plastic. It floats on the floodwater and it helps them get from A to B, if you like, get to work, get to school, carry on with their normal lives. The things that everybody else in the country has been doing since the end of the Christmas and New Year's holiday, while here on the levels, so many of these communities have been in limbo. It is a temporary solution, it has worked, but of course they need that boat to even get to the pontoon. And if that boat's not running, they are stuck. And by the way, the boat finishes at 4 p.m. So life here, very, very difficult for a lot of communities, not just Muchelney, although that is probably the worst, but there are dozens of places driving around kilometre after kilometre of the Somerset levels that you find that are partially at least cut off. A lot of people still with things like flood water in their garden, coming up the side of their houses, sandbags everywhere you go. We've talked to people. You can see someone coming along here walking their dog this morning. They will be from Muchelney. You can see that there are difficulties getting everywhere. People saying they feel it is a little bit late, perhaps. They have spent 3 or 4 weeks on their own here, trying to come up with their own solutions to make life a bit more bearable. We're going to show you a shot from the camera that's placed on top of a mast on our satellite vehicle here. It is a live shot. It gives you an idea of just how much floodwater there is still around these parts. I have to say, from when I was here a couple of days ago, you can see a bit more grass and a bit less water. But that comes with problems of its own. If we take you to this shot here, you can see the floodwater there has receded, and that is what's left over. All this stuff that is floating around in this floodwater, that is everything that was on the soil. And it also, of course, Simon, includes everything that was underneath the soil, things like worms, water voles, all those animals that were living here on the levels are now dead in the water. And as that flood water recedes, it leaves scum. It leaves scum on car tyres, it leaves it on buildings, the side of houses, and on tree trunks too. And I have to say, Simon, that here this morning and in other places I've been to, as the water goes down, the smell goes up. And it really is here beginning to look pretty dirty indeed.